The highly anticipated boxing match between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, set for September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas, is generating significant excitement in the boxing world. This clash is being promoted as a potential fight of the century, with Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to challenge Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight titles, including the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, ring, and TBR belts. The event, backed by Saudi-funded Riyadh Season and UFC's Dana White, will be broadcast live on Netflix, adding to its global appeal. The matchup is not just a test of physical skill but a strategic battle, with boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. likening it to a high-stakes chess match where mental acuity and tactical execution will determine the outcome. Roy Jones Jr., a revered figure in boxing, recently made a surprise visit to Crawford's training camp, sparking buzz about the insights he might have shared. According to sources, Jones didn't just drop by casually. He came with a specific purpose, offering Crawford a detailed strategy to take on Alvarez. Jones, known for his tactical brilliance and dynamic fighting style, reportedly provided Crawford with a blueprint to exploit Alvarez's weaknesses, such as his occasional flat-footedness, and emphasized the importance of controlling the ring center to dictate the fight's pace. Jones stressed that Crawford's ability to withstand Alvarez's power would be critical, dismissing the weight difference as a major factor when a fighter possesses Crawford's level of skill and ring intelligence. Crawford, already a dominant force in the sport, is aiming to make history by becoming the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to achieve undisputed status in 3 weight divisions. His previous victories over elite opponents like Errol Spence Jr. and Israil Madrimov have showcased his adaptability, speed, and switch-hitting prowess. Crawford's performance against Madrimov, though described by some as a cautious chess match, demonstrated his ability to outthink opponents strategically. Jones has praised Crawford's technical mastery, ranking him among the top 10 boxers of all time, potentially even in the top 5 for pure skill, despite not always facing the highest-profile opposition. This fight against Alvarez represents Crawford's chance to cement his legacy against one of the most formidable fighters of the era. Alvarez, on the other hand, brings vast experience at 168 pounds, having defeated notable fighters like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant. Known for his power and ability to deliver thrilling performances, Alvarez thrives in high-stakes matchups. However, Jones has suggested that Alvarez's success will depend on executing the right game plan. If Alvarez fights the way he should, leveraging his power and experience, he could dominate. But if he makes tactical errors, such as engaging in a pure boxing match with Crawford, Jones believes Crawford's superior ring IQ and precision could lead to an upset. Alvarez himself exudes confidence, dismissing concerns about a potential loss damaging his brand, stating emphatically that Crawford will not beat him. The debate over the weight difference between the two fighters has been a focal point, with Crawford moving up to super middleweight to face the naturally larger Alvarez. Jones, however, downplays the significance of weight, arguing that a fighter as skilled as Crawford can overcome physical disadvantages through technique and strategy. He points to Crawford's ability to control the center of the ring as a key factor, warning that allowing Alvarez to dominate the ring's positioning could give him the confidence to overpower Crawford. Jones has cautioned Crawford against turning the fight into a foot race, as retreating from a bigger opponent could embolden Alvarez. Instead, Crawford must impose himself early, making Alvarez feel his presence from the opening bell. The matchup is seen as a clash of contrasting styles and mentalities. Crawford is described as hungry, a fighter who has long awaited a defining moment to solidify his place in boxing history. Alvarez, while perhaps not as driven by hunger at this stage of his career, is motivated by his love for entertaining fans and delivering blockbuster fights. Jones highlights Alvarez's willingness to take on big challenges, even if he doesn't always win, noting that his commitment to giving fans what they want makes him a unique figure in the sport. This fight, therefore, is not just about physical prowess but about who can execute their strategy more effectively under pressure. Jones's analysis of the fight as a chess match underscores its complexity. Unlike a straightforward brawl, this bout will require both fighters to anticipate and counter each other's moves. Crawford's recent fight against Madrimov, while not a fan favorite due to its tactical nature, showcased his ability to outmaneuver opponents through patience and precision. Jones warned that Crawford must avoid repeating such a cautious approach against Alvarez, as hesitancy could allow the bigger man to gain momentum. Instead, Crawford needs to use his speed, footwork, and switch-hitting ability to keep Alvarez off balance, targeting moments when Alvarez's footwork becomes static. The stakes for both fighters are immense. For Crawford, a victory over Alvarez would be a career-defining moment, potentially placing him among the all-time greats. Jones has even suggested that if Crawford delivers a knockout blow, it could be the perfect time for him to retire, having achieved everything possible in the sport. Alternatively, Jones speculated that a win might lead Crawford to pursue one final dream fight, perhaps against David Benavidez, before walking away. For Alvarez, a win would further solidify his status as one of boxing's biggest stars, but a loss could raise questions about his invincibility, especially against a smaller opponent. Jones noted that even if Alvarez wins, some might downplay the victory due to Crawford's size disadvantage, but a Crawford victory would be a seismic moment in boxing. The involvement of Jones in Crawford's preparation adds another layer of intrigue. Crawford has long cited Jones as his favorite fighter, admiring not only his in-ring brilliance but also his charisma and multifaceted personality. From Jones's athleticism to his interests in fishing, basketball, and even his love for dogs, Crawford sees parallels in their lifestyles. Jones's guidance, therefore, carries personal as well as professional weight for Crawford, who has modeled aspects of his career after the boxing legend. Jones's own career, marked by iconic knockouts like his finish of Glenn Johnson, serves as inspiration for Crawford, with some commentators suggesting that a decisive Crawford victory could mirror one of Jones's unforgettable moments. The broader context of the fight includes discussions about Crawford's place in boxing's pound-for-pound rankings. Jones has been vocal in defending Crawford's credentials, dismissing comparisons to fighters like Naoya Inoue, who he believes has not matched Crawford's consistency across weight classes. Crawford's undefeated record and ability to dominate opponents in multiple divisions set him apart, according to Jones, who places him above many modern contenders in terms of skill. However, Jones acknowledges that Crawford's lack of high-profile opposition compared to some historical greats slightly tempers his ranking, though this fight against Alvarez could change that narrative. The boxing community is also abuzz with speculation about other potential matchups for Crawford. Some have suggested a fight against Jaron Boots Ennis as a more logical next step, but Jones and others argue that Crawford has little to prove at 147 pounds. Instead, the Alvarez fight represents a chance to make history and secure a massive payday. Jones views a potential Ennis fight as a stylistic challenge, but one that Crawford would likely win due to his experience and ring intelligence. The Alvarez fight, however, is a different beast, a mental and physical chess match that will test Crawford's adaptability against a seasoned champion. The promotional efforts behind the fight, led by Riyadh Season and Dana White, have heightened its profile, with the event being billed as a must-see spectacle. Alvarez's star power and Crawford's reputation as a technical genius make this a rare clash of titans. The involvement of Netflix as the broadcaster further amplifies its reach, ensuring that fans worldwide will tune in to see whether Crawford can defy the odds or if Alvarez will prove too powerful. The contrasting narratives, Crawford's hunger for legacy versus Alvarez's desire to entertain, add emotional depth to the matchup, making it as much a battle of wills as a test of skill. Commentators like Andre Ward have also weighed in, noting the broader implications of the fight. Ward's recent podcast discussion inadvertently sparked a feud between Jones and Floyd Mayweather Jr., highlighting the passion and rivalries that still burn in boxing's upper echelons. While Ward expressed admiration for both Jones and Mayweather, he leaned toward Mayweather in a hypothetical matchup, citing personal connections with Mayweather's camp. This tangent underscores the interconnectedness of boxing's past and present, with legends like Jones and Mayweather continuing to shape the sport's narrative. Crawford's admiration for both Jones and Mayweather is evident in his fighting style, which blends elements of Jones's athleticism and Mayweather's defensive mastery. Crawford has spoken about rushing home as a young fighter to watch Mayweather's HBO fights, captivated by his blend of offense and defense. Mayweather's evolution from the aggressive pretty boy to the strategic money persona left a lasting impression on Crawford, who has incorporated similar adaptability into his own approach. This fight against Alvarez will test whether Crawford can channel the best of his influences to overcome a formidable challenge. Ultimately, the Crawford-Alvarez showdown is poised to be a defining moment in boxing. Jones's prediction of a chess match suggests that the fight will hinge on subtle tactical decisions rather than brute force. Crawford's speed, footwork, and ring IQ give him a chance to outmaneuver Alvarez, but Alvarez's power and experience make him a dangerous opponent. The outcome remains uncertain, with Jones emphasizing that either fighter could dominate if the other makes a critical mistake. As the boxing world awaits this historic clash, the question is not just who will win, but how they will navigate the intricate dance of strategy and skill in the ring.